Welcome to week 5 of Workout Wednesdays. We're going to begin with the same warm-up as last week, which means we're kicking off with 10 press-ups from the knees. So away we go, 10 press-ups from the knees, and then we will flip over into glute bridges, and we'll be performing 15 glute bridges as our second exercise in this warm-up. Remember, shouldn't be too difficult at this stage. We're just warming up the body, ready for the more intense work to come. So we're now on to our glute bridges. 15 repetitions. Remember to pause at the top of each repetition, drive your heels into the ground and really squeeze the glutes together at the top during that second pause at the top of each repetition. So 15 repetitions here of glute bridges. Once we've performed these, we're then going to be facing down again. We're going to be on our hands and feet, and we're going to be performing shoulder taps. So we're going to take our hand off the ground, tap the opposing shoulder, and then do the same with the other hand for 10 repetitions to each side. So we're now on to shoulder taps. Nice straight body. Try not to rotate the body too much as you perform 10 shoulder taps to each side. And on completion of these 10 shoulder taps to each side, we will stay in this position on our hands and feet, and we will move our knees to our elbows as we did last week. So take one foot off the ground, bring your knee to your elbow, do the same with the other side, 10 repetitions to each side. And then that will complete the first round of the warm-up. So we'll go back from the top again. Upon completion of these, we'll be back to performing 10 press-ups from the knees for round 2 of this warm-up. Again, try and keep the core nice and stable, not too much rotation as you move the knees to the elbows. Try not to let the hips drop too low or pike up too high. So those should be complete now. And we're back onto press-ups from the knees for 10 repetitions. So we're just going to go through this warm-up, exact same exercises as in round 1 for the same number of repetitions, just to thoroughly prepare ourselves to the work to come. And just a word of warning, when we get onto the main part of today's session, it is going to be much more intense this week. We've got some harder exercises that we're going to perform, but it is also a shorter workout. So although you're going to have to work much harder, it's going to be over much more quickly as well. So it is an increase in intensity, but it should be manageable because we're keeping it nice and short and sharp this week. Anyway, we should be well into our glute bridges now in round 2 of this warm-up. 15 repetitions, as was the case in round 1. Remember to pause at the top of each repetition. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight at the top of each repetition. And upon completion of those 15 repetitions, we're back onto shoulder taps. So remember, it's 10 shoulder taps to each side here. Try to minimize as much as possible the rotation in the body as you perform these shoulder taps. And just a quick reminder of the exercise that follows these shoulder taps, it's the knee to elbow exercise. So you're going to stay in pretty much the same position. You're staying on your hands and feet. If you want, you can bring your feet in a little bit closer together when it comes to the knee to elbow exercise. And we're performing 10 repetitions to each side of this exercise as well. And that will mark the completion of the warm-up. If you're new to these Workout Wednesdays videos, I'd encourage you to go back to week 1 and perform each workout in order, as the idea is that you perform these workouts with me, but the workouts do build upon each other week upon week, so you shouldn't just jump into this week 5 video. But the warm-up's now complete, and we're now on to the main part of the session, which is going to begin with reverse lunges. So as you can see, we're taking a big step backwards and then returning to the starting position. Perform all of your repetitions with your left leg at this point. Don't alternate legs, just perform the repetitions with your left leg. and we're looking to perform 25 of these reverse lunges. So maintain a nice tall position. As you can see, I'm using a bit of an arm action to help with the movement. You're welcome to do that as well. And then take a big step back so your knee is almost touching the floor with that rear leg that's stepping back, and then drive forwards back to the return position for 25 repetitions. Following the completion of 25 repetitions, we're then going to take to the floor for the plank press exercise, which is a regular feature in these Workout Wednesdays videos, so you should be familiar with that exercise. But we'll be on all fours, starting with our arms straight, and then going down onto our forearms for 15 repetitions. Lead with your left arm at the moment, so all of these repetitions should involve you going down with your left arm before your right arm, and then going back up with your left arm before your right arm. 15 repetitions of this plank press exercise. Try and keep your hips as level as possible. Don't let them pike up too much or drop down too much. And then on completion of these 15 repetitions, we're going to perform reverse lunges once again, but this time we're going to be performing them with the right leg. So we're swapping legs now for the reverse lunges for another 25 repetitions. So nice tall posture. Big step backwards, that rear knee should almost be touching the ground. Drive through your heel on the front foot. Use that arm action if you wish. 25 repetitions of these reverse lunges, which we're now performing with the right leg. And on completion of these reverse lunges, we're going to go back to the plank press exercise, but this time we're going to lead with the right arm. So the right arm will be going down before the left arm in the next set, and it will be coming back up again before the left arm on that next set. But before that, we've got 25 repetitions of these reverse lunges to complete. Don't forget, if you've got any questions on these Workout Wednesdays videos, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll be sure to answer whatever questions you have. But now we're on to the plank press exercise again. 15 repetitions, leading with your right arm this time. Remember, you can perform these from the knees if you want, but we're into week 5 now, so try, if possible, to perform the full version of every exercise. So if possible, perform them from your feet rather than the knees, but from the knees is still an option if you need it. 15 repetitions of the plank press exercise, leading with the right arm. So the right arm is going down before the left arm and up before the left arm. Upon completion of these, we're back onto our feet again for our second round of reverse lunges, leading with the left leg. So the left leg is doing the work now, and we're stepping back with the right leg. 25 repetitions once again. Nice tall posture, head up, use the arm action if you want. Drive through the heel on the front leg. Let that rear leg, let the knee just about touch the ground. Nice big step backwards, and then drive back forwards to the starting position again for 25 repetitions. Don't forget, you should be aiming to perform this video 3 times each week. So with a day or 2 rest in between each workout, go back and replay this video and perform the workout whilst watching the video a couple more times this week. Shifting our attention back to the present workout now, we're almost completed our final set of reverse lunges, so we're almost up to the end of our 25 repetitions in this set, and we're now going to perform our final set of plank presses. So one more lot of 15 repetitions, this time leading with the right arm again. So the right arm's going down first, the right arm's going up first. For 15 repetitions, try and perform them from your feet if you can, but if it gets too much, just drop down to your knees, but keep your hips nice and level regardless. For 15 repetitions of press plank, and then on completion of these we'll be changing our attention to a new exercise, and we're actually going to be performing some burpees next, which will involve going onto your hands and feet, kicking your legs back, then jumping your feet forwards back to the starting position before jumping into the air before repeating that sequence of movements. So here we are, 10 burpees. Kick your feet back, jump them forward, jump in the air, and repeat for 10 repetitions. It's quite a challenging exercise. It'll get your heart and lungs going. Don't forget, if you're falling behind because you had to watch me perform a few of these before having a go yourself, just pause the video so that you can catch up. But once you have performed those 10 burpees, we're going to move on to a little flow of exercise which is designed to get your strength built up so that you can in future perform full press-ups. This is going to involve you going on your hands and feet, then perform the lowering part of a press-up, then push your torso up while keeping your hips down, like so, and then raise your hips nice and high, then drop them into a nice straight line so that you can go back into performing the lowering portion of the press up again. Try and perform 8 repetitions of this little flow. Once again, if you have to watch some of these before having a go yourself, then once you have done so, just pause the video so that you can then catch up with where we're at in the video. So it's the lowering portion of a press up, then your shoulders are lifted nice and high, then your hips are lifted above your shoulders, and then you're back into a straight posture so that you can perform the lowering portion of a press up once again. After those 8 repetitions, we're then going to go back to burpees, and we're going to aim for another set of 10 repetitions of burpees. This is quite hard, it is quite challenging. It's a real step up from the previous weeks, but this is the last combination of exercise we're doing. 1 more set of burpees and then 1 more set of the same flow again, involving that lowering portion of a press up, and then we've completed week 5 of Workout Wednesdays. So dig in, keep going, we're almost done. It is hard work, but we're almost there. Burpees are now complete, and we've just got that final flow to finish this session off. So a final reminder of what's involved. We assume the top of a press-up position, so we're on our hands and feet, straight arms, and then we perform the lowering portion of a press-up. Then, keeping our hips low, we raise the shoulders nice and high. Having done that, we raise the hips above the level of the shoulders. Then we straighten everything up before performing the lowering portion of the press up once again. We're aiming for 8 repetitions of this particular sequence to finish off week 5 of Workout Wednesdays. This is the last exercise, so try and finish it off well. Keep going, try and perform 8 repetitions without a break if possible, and then we've completed the session. Well done for getting this far. Well done for sticking with Workout Wednesdays and making it through to week 5. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you get notified when week 6 of Workout Wednesdays is released. As always, next week's video will build on the previous week's, so perform this video a couple more times during the week, and we'll see you next week.